Sorry, I just tuned it. So let's get started. There's not anybody in here yet, so just messing around until there is. All right, so for the people that are watching the video later, I'm going to start talking about the subject, and then if I need to repeat myself, then I will. Okay, so I think that the first thing I wanted to cover is the fighting game community, because I've seen a lot of people talking on Twitter and around other spaces. There's a bunch of people from the fighting game community saying that they're dropping Guilty Gear Strive because of like a few reasons. And I just wanted to talk to you guys and with you guys about why they should or shouldn't inform your decisions. Now, there's a lot of things that like esports is good for, like promoting games. For example, I think my guitar is like actually echoing my voice. But a lot of them like, yeah, actually, let me move that because it's definitely echoing. Okay, sorry about that. So everyone's got their own thoughts and opinions, right? And esports is good for promotional content, but they are no means like experts when it comes to like any certain games. Thanks, Catherine. They're not experts at really anything except for the one game that they play, and they usually only pick like a main, and like they learn the ins and outs of that character, and that's the character that they stick with. There's people in my community that like are a part of the fighting game community, and this doesn't go for everybody. This is not a broad brush, obviously, because there are good ones that care about like the characters and the lore and things of that nature and play multiple games. But this is for like some of those other teams like the FaZe Clan and stuff like that, who are really just like a bunch of like asshole idiots that like you shouldn't take any of their opinions with anything other than a grain of salt. And the same goes for like Tyler Ninja Blevins and people like that. They just have tons of bad takes and are full of like garbage. And a lot of people get their opinions informed from them, especially like younger players. Like if somebody says like, oh, well, the net code's bad in this game, so we're going to drop this game, like Soul Calibur 6, things of that nature. I've seen people talking recently about Guilty Gear Strive. Dude, play whatever you want to play. Don't listen to these assholes, like, because they're not part of the community. Like, it's a whole separate thing that they do, unless you're aspiring to like go into esports yourself. And then even if that's the case, then you should just go in for yourself and be the kind of person that's like, you know, not going to be a dick about it, because a lot of those teams are just like super arrogant kids who like don't know anything about life yet, and a lot of them get famous really fast, and they spread their like garbage opinions around, and people take them literally and actually put weight behind their words, which I wouldn't recommend you ever do. Like, especially Tyler, like Ninja. He's such an idiot. And like every time I hear him say something, and you can clip this and like post it to him, like, I don't care. He's an idiot who knows nothing about nothing. Like, he plays freaking Fortnite, and like I think he got popular off of Minecraft, which is fine, but he just spouts like nonsense all the time to these like impressionable kids. I think the biggest hot take that he had that I got pissed off when he was like, oh, well, if you're not getting pissed at video games, if you're not getting pissed when you lose, then like you're never going to get good. You just need to be better and stuff like that. And everybody always knows that like cooler heads prevail. That's why the idiom's there in the first place. So like he can be one of those childish little idiots who throws a controller and breaks it, but that doesn't mean that anybody else should follow him. Hey, MKSM, what's up, buddy? Hey, Brian K. Sorry to interrupt you, but do you know when the Soul Calibur 7 release date is? They haven't even started pre-production yet, Brian. So like if we do get an announcement, it probably won't be until 2022. And I don't even know if we'll get one then. Hey, Dante, how you doing? Soul Calibur 7 is probably not going to come out until 2023, 2024. And I'm saying it's going to be probably early first quarter 2024. But subscribe to their channel, because like, you know, every time that I hear anything, including from the fighting game community side of it, or from some of my developer friends and QR tester friends, I'll definitely make video about it like right away. Like if you go back in my old channel, I'm pretty good at predicting these kind of things. And it's not because I'm predicting, it's because I have information. So I just can't really name drop, but I've had them on my channel before, a couple people. But yeah, to get back to my point. So like, hey Chungbo, what's up? That's my my in real life buddy from back in New York City. I miss that guy. Nihama. So yeah, so like a lot of people get their informed decisions from the people like this, and especially like FaZe and stuff. Like, listen, you can be a fan of some of the members and stuff. I don't mind them, but they're like literally just a bunch of idiots running around like playing games and getting into trouble. They're pretty much the same as Team 10 in my opinion. And like I know a lot of people like idolize them, and I know it's just because I'm old as hell and I'm probably behind the times when it comes to like my generational knowledge on things, and I'm only gonna do stuff from like what I know, right? But I'm never gonna tell you what to do, and I'm never gonna tell you how to think. And I don't think anyone should necessarily follow me or get their opinions from me. I just give you a baseline, and I want you guys to research everything I say. That's basically what it is. I like people deciding their own minds for themselves. The FaZe gang, Dante Toshiro says, "Nah, I never liked them." Yeah, they're a bunch of idiots. Like especially like FaZe Banks and all them. They're just like idiots. FaZe stands rating chat just to call Mark fat. Good. Let him call me fat. I'll eat them. Like I don't give a shit. But a bunch of those are like loser like geeks anyway that can't win a fight if their life depended on it. So it's not like you should be afraid of them or think they're cool or anything. Hey, Miss Pirate, how you doing? We're just talking about like the FGC and what's going on recently. I've been seeing people get like upset, like literally been like, "Oh, you shouldn't play Guilty Gear because of this, and this." And when they fix it, then we'll actually go and we'll re-promote it again. Fighting game community, Miss Pirate. It's like the esports crowd, the professional video game players, people like that in the fighting game community specifically. I get so upset when I see people on Twitter, like especially like the younger ones, like a lot of like the 18-year-olds that follow me and stuff like that. They just like get upset when when these people go on there and they literally like I don't know, they just like inform people's opinions, and it's, let me flip this camera because it's the wrong way. There we go. I don't know why it's reversed, but whatever. I don't understand it. Like I don't even know why you guys put any faith or any kind of words into their mouths. They're just a bunch of blowhard idiot tryhards. Atherin says, "I never gave a F about actually trying in the FGC. It's a game that there's no point to be mad, and I'll play what I want when who I want." Definitely. Dante says, "You know when you be on YouTube for too long and you start to you can't comment anymore or any comment sections." Yeah, YouTube sucks with that sometimes. I usually answer like most of my comments, and I read all of them. If somebody's being an idiot, I just like literally don't I don't respond. But like if there's good comments and stuff, I feel like a lot of people, even if I have a video that's got like 500 comments on it, I read them all and I comment to the most of them. MKSM says, "Don't make Kazuya here spinning demon into hook fist. Cheap." Yeah, and you know what's funny is like a lot of those like professionals, they're the ones that are going to use those like cheap tactics, and they know what to do with their certain character, like their infinite combos and stuff like that, and they literally like perpetuate that in tournaments, and it gets people to do it. And then that's why when you go into ranked in all these games, like you get a bunch of tryhards who are trying to emulate them, and it makes the game not fun anymore. I mean, I personally don't play ranked online anymore. Like I think I haven't for some time. It's just like annoying. Like I'll play in casual, or I'll play with like friends or subscribers, and especially like the Yoon-Fam. Like if you guys join, by the way, I personally play with you. Atherin, my mod, will add you to his PSN, and we set up live plays and stuff a bunch of times. Haven't done one recently because I moved, but we're gonna do one soon. And should you take my opinion as fact? No, like you really shouldn't care what I have to say either. Like I'm just here to tell you what I like, give you information, and it's yours to do with it. I just put it out there. I don't want anybody to use me as a source of like information. I just don't like understand how they have so much power. Like, I mean, like these are people, like when I was growing up, right? When I was in high school, if you played video games, you were a nerd. Like that's all there is to it. Like I played sports in high school. So I actually went as far, and I went to a big high school. Like my high school had a ton of people in it, and I went as far as to have my name be announced different when I had things like, let's say, when I was on the chess team, when they would announce my winnings and stuff over the loudspeaker, I had them give me a pseudonym because I didn't want people like knowing. And I'm not saying that's right, because nowadays people are a lot more accepting and they're like, you can do whatever you want to do. But I was on like the swim team and the tennis team, and I played a couple other sports. Like I did wrestling for a while, and soccer. I did martial arts outside of that, but like on my own. But it's kind of weird because now people have come out of nowhere and suddenly like geek culture is like super popular, right? Because as soon as the MCU started pumping out their films, like a lot of the normies got into it, and like now it's like cool to like that kind of stuff, which is hilarious to me because I remember in high school, like one person found out that I watched Dragon Ball and told everybody that I watched like hentai or whatever, like Japanese porn. I'm like, dude, like I'm allowed to like whatever I like, you know what I mean? And now everyone likes Dragon Ball. It's like a meme if you don't, unless you're like one of those anime snobs who thinks that like all the shonen stuff is like base and they're not gonna watch any of it. But like, I hope some of the people from Twitter that I actually saw like getting upset come into this chat today, because like I wanted to personally say a lot of this to them. And if you guys need for me to answer something, I know you're talking amongst yourselves in the chat too, just at me, so I know that like you're directing it to me, or do a super chat or a sticker so I see it, because it gets highlighted when you do that and goes to the top for a while. Like I was in the FGC for a little bit. Like I played Tekken 5 like pseudo professionally. I'm a Kazuya main, and like a lot of people back then just had fun. Like if you go to tournaments and LAN parties and like different things like that, it was a much different scene than it is now. Like now they treat it like it's like an actual sport, like it's like football or something. The problem is you get all the toxicity that comes along with that, for lack of a better word. And like you get the rivalries, and you get like people talking trash, and you get all that stuff. And video games is supposed to be fun, man. Like it's supposed to be just like, it's like my pastime. It relaxes me. That's why I don't do Let's Plays that often, because it's too hard for me to focus on the actual game when I'm like talking to chat and stuff like that. So when I do Let's Plays, it's usually like me playing a game that I've already played. Like for example, when I played Scarlet Nexus, I did a Let's Play for that. I went back and I deleted my save data so that I can go back and play it later by myself, just so I can absorb everything that's going on, because you have to be entertaining when you're doing that stuff, and it's really hard for me to focus on. Maybe it's my ADHD, I don't know, but it's like hard for me to focus on chat and on being entertaining and the game at the same time, if that makes any sense to you. But basically, I dropped it because around that time it started changing, when like it started coming up. Yeah, trash talk is fun, MKSM, as long as it's not borderline death threats. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that like people don't know what trash talk is. Just like all these words that like I grew up with have now been like misconveyed into something. Yeah, Miss Pirate, I agree. By the way, guys, if you're in the chat, like the stream, please. It helps put it back into the YouTube's algorithm. I hate asking, but like it really will get buried if like there's no likes on it. Like when I play, I want to have fun. That's why my favorite thing to do, like I don't like playing with strangers, because like the trash talk is like weird, or they usually don't have a mic, or they get like super like oddly specific. I like playing with like the Yoon-Fam and like my IRL friends. It's a lot easier for me to want to play with them and trash talk them, because we know each other's sense of humor, and like it's easier to communicate with each other. Dante says, Twitter, man, the place I just use less nowadays for obvious reasons. Any Twitter is so dumb. Getting banned is like a daily announcement. I literally use Twitter for business purposes. I haven't, like, I'm in the comic book industry. That's my main job, is I illustrate comic books. I got a new one coming out next year, a 3-parter actually. And that's where we all talk. So like it's easier for us to all like, you know, like it's like we have a Discord, right? So it's easy for us to chat on Discord and stuff like that. But to talk and set up meetings and like set up projects and stuff, everybody in the comic book industry mainly uses Twitter. So that's what I'm on there for. There is times where I'll get drunk and I'll like talk trash to people on there. And why do I not like playing with people without a mic? Just because like it takes me out of it. It's It's not as personal, I guess I want to say. I like to go back to the days where like my friends would come over after school and play video games with me, right? That was the best because we would just talk about the day and have fun and play the games and help each other get better. But when you get somebody with no mic, you a lot of times that comes accompanied with like really bad signal strength too. Like you'll get the 2 bars and they won't have a mic, and then they'll report you even though they're the ones that's like lagging down the stream. It's just I like having a mic so I can riff back and forth. If I'm playing online, it's specifically to interact with people, not to test my mettle, because like if I'm good with certain characters, I know I'm good with certain characters, and a lot of times I won't even use the characters I'm good with like online. I try to use like a wide array of everything. Like if you talk to anybody like MKSM, who I play with, me and MKSM play Tekken a lot. He's in the chat. And like whenever we play, I try to use a multitude of different characters. Like I'll use my main like last usually. I try to just like have fun. And I know a lot of people are different. If you take it seriously and you want it to be like a career thing, I applaud you. Like all the more power to you. Just don't listen to these assholes that are part of like the actual FGC, because they don't know what they're talking about, because they don't even play the story modes of these games. They don't even know who the characters are. They literally just like pick a character that has the best meta, and they like practice with that one character until they learn like every cheap thing that they can do with it so that they can win a bunch of money. They don't really care. They usually drop games as soon as they're done. And I see people dropping off as soon as I say something like that. Like, listen, I'm saying, like, you guys, everyone that's a part of my community, like part of the Yoon-Fam, they know I'm going to say what I'm going to say. It doesn't matter. You can unsubscribe, you can downvote, you can do whatever you want. Because I know the true homies are the ones that are going to stay and stick. So I don't really ever care about those kind of people. Hey, Solarflare, we're talking about the FGC. Usually uses characters like Elisa, Laugh Out Loud. Yeah, I just use whoever the hell I want. Like I've used characters before that I've never used before in my life, and I'll play with them for the first time online. You know what I mean? It's like MKSM says cancel culture means nothing anymore. Like nothing means nothing. Like everyone takes all the words, and they apply it to everything so broadly that like none of them have any meaning anymore. We're like literally watching the English language change before our eyes, which is fine because languages evolve over time, just like everything else. Like we don't speak Aramaic or Latin anymore, or they evolved into these. What's up, Stu Excalibur? How you doing? And honestly, like I don't really care too much about like the toxicity when I'm in there. Like I just like drop people. Like if somebody's like talking too much trash when I'm playing with them, and it's like, and I don't know them, I usually just like won't match that person up again. Like I'll memorize their name and I'll put them on a list, and I won't accept their challenges anymore. MKSM said, I read somewhere that Smash Pro played Tekken. He picked Zafina and got the highest rank in Tekken, and then said Tekken is easy. Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, it comes from Smash, and in my opinion, Smash Brothers is not a fighting game. So I mean, people get mad at me all the time for saying that, but I mean, it has none of the workings of a fighting game. It's a party game. So I understand like why someone would go to. First of all, like, and if he played against anybody that was like decent, then like he would have got trashed. Just gonna say this, but I hate the FGC, not calling anyone out specific, but as a whole, I hate it. I would like tend to agree with you, but there are people that like in the FGC that are really good proponents of the actual games and really do a lot to promote it. This is not specifically talking about as a whole. This is mainly talking about like certain specific people who like put their opinions out there like they're meant to be taken seriously and take themselves way too seriously, like Tyler Ninja Blethins. Like I hate that guy. Like Tyler is a snivy little conniving weasel. Like he is an asshole. And like if you want to know who I watch for gaming content stuff, I watch people like Hassan Piker. Like I don't really go on Twitch that often. But I don't watch anyone from the FGC. I watch like Hassan Piker, or I'll watch like Geekdom. Like I'll watch people play games that they like playing, or watch them interact with chat and like to hear their thoughts and their personality. I don't like really give a crap if someone's like super good at the game, like, because to me that's kind of boring. Like when I play games, like I don't play to get like super good. I play to have fun, and for me it's all about the characters and the character development, and like it adds meaning to them. For example, I never picked Heihachi Mishima like in Tekken, like ever. MKSM will tell you this. But Tekken 7's story, as lacking as it was, made me actually care about Heihachi for once. And now I use Heihachi all the time. I didn't care if he was good before. I just didn't like him, so I didn't use him. It's the same thing for everything. Like, I mean, and I get that I'm not like the end all be all, like my opinion, right? But that's just like how I do things. And I care, maybe it's the comic book artist in me, and like I want the writing to be good and I want to feel attached to the characters. But yeah, I don't really give a crap about being super good. No, Miss Pirate. I mean, you have to be good to get on teams because you won't get sponsored unless you have like a good win ratio. It's not even about like how skilled you are. It's about how often you win matches compared to how often you lose matches. Even if you like it or not, Smash still has FGC, still a fighting, but fighting games are considered party games. Well, listen, there's like Miss Pirate, I know you're a recent subscriber of mine, but fighting games have a very specific standard set to them. That's why a lot of them feel so similar. There's no health bars involved. There's no KOs. It's literally a totally different thing. It's not on an arena. It's on a platform. It's a totally different thing. Just like when you play like Naruto, right? Like the Storm series, that's an arena fighter. And there's a difference between an arena fighter and a fighting game. An arena fighter has all the same aspects as an arena fighter does. That's why you'll feel similar when you're playing Jump Force or Storm or J-Stars or My Hero Academia, Once Justice. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing any of those games, those are anime arena fighters and they're different. Smash Brothers to me is a party game because you get a bunch of people together. It's ensued chaos and that's it. But what if you play Soul Calibur at a party? No. Listen, I don't mean party as in like a bunch of people get together. Party game is a very specific thing. Like Mario Party, for example, is not meant for like playing at like a party. That's not what that means. It just means that you have a party of people that play together. So it's something where a lot of people play at once. A fighting game is typically like one-on-one, even when the tag games and stuff like that. So if you have multiple people playing together, like Smash can get pretty crazy. And I play Smash. Like I love Smash. I've had Smash since the first one on N64. I'm not saying that I don't like Smash. I'm just saying that to me personally, it's not a fighting game. There's different rules involved. There's different specifications. There's different classifications. And what you do in it is totally different. What your goals are totally different. If that makes any sense to you. I'm not saying that it's not a good game or that it doesn't take skill or require skill. I'm just saying that categorically, I don't consider it in the fighting game genre, if that makes any sense. Just like I don't, what if you play one-on-one in Smash? Well, it's possible, but that's not how the game's meant to be played. I'm talking about the category that it's in. Like, for example, can you name any of the top fighting games and tell me anything that it has in common with Smash Brothers? Like, let's go Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Injustice, Soul Calibur, Bloody Roar, Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter, King of Fighters. Let's go with any of those games, and I guarantee you there's nothing in common with Smash Brothers except for the fact that there's characters in it. Just like they have nothing in common with arena fighters. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not a good game. And if you want to say it's a fighting game, go ahead and say it's a fighting game. You don't have to go with my word. I'm just telling you what I consider it to be. Kazuya's in Smash, MKSM says. Yeah. And even though he has his moves, his play style is totally different in Smash than he is in Tekken. Like you don't have the same goals. It's not the same. Like your goal in Tekken is to like to get the opponent's health bar down to 0, right? As with any other fighting game. But that's not the case in Smash. You can have like all the way up past like 100% and like you're still running around doing everything, just waiting for an item to drop or waiting for a super or special. I mean, it's Kazuya, MKSM. He's busted and everything. But yeah, it's not, I'm not saying that like there's very specific categories for things, Miss Pirate. Like I'm not saying that like you can call it like anything that you want. You can call it whatever you want. And technically, yes, if I played Tekken at a party with a bunch of people, I would be at a party playing a fighting game. But Smash Brothers, you'd be playing a party game at a party. That's all I'm saying. It's the same reason why you wouldn't call Mario Party like a platformer or like action adventure, because it doesn't fall into those categories. Atherin says, note of stupidity real quick. I'm running around with Soul Edge in Fallout. That's hilarious. Are you playing 76 or are you playing like 4? Yeah, MKSM and Tekken, he is very technical. That's why I love using him. Like, he's got a lot of very good linked combos that require setups, and I just enjoy using him because I like his moveset. It's not about whether I can beat anybody in ranked with him or not, because I really don't care about that kind of stuff. I just want to have fun. Like, to me, that's all games are. It's supposed to be like, well, for me, they're fun, right? I declare Call of Duty as a dating sim. It's an awkward first date. Get like a nuke dropped on you. Solar First says, I guess one of my biggest issues with the FGC is that I don't really like when games are used as an avenue for competition and nothing more. Yeah, and that goes into my point of what I was saying before. It's I don't like when they set it up as something else. Like, there's a very famous saying that says, like, don't ever do for work what you love to do, right? Because it'll make you hate it. Miss Pirate says, this is confusing because what I consider a fighting game is you choose a character. The character has different moves. You fight this character till they lose their lives, and they're 2D. Well, then you're excluding 3D fighting games like Tekken and Street Fighter and so on and so forth. And basically what you described is what you do in any basic action adventure game too. Devil May Cry is not a fighting game, but you choose your character out of like 5 or 6 characters. You run around and you fight with characters that have a moveset until you lose your life. But that's not a fighting game. I mean, it's like when you go to it's probably an outdated reference, like a movie store, right? It's 2D, not really a 2D cartoon. So you mean a 2-dimensional field. You mean like it's on a 2-dimensional like level, right? But a lot of those don't do that. Like, for example, Tekken and Soul Calibur, the areas are not 2D. Those are 3D arenas, but they're still not arena fighters because you have mobility from sidestepping and moving to the side and moving around and getting behind your opponent without jumping. But it's totally different from like the Storm series or like My Hero Academia, where you have like free roaming capabilities within a huge arena. So not every fighting game falls into the 2D level category as well. It's true for some, like that's true for Virtua Fighter. That's true for like Dragon Ball FighterZ, any Arc Systems Works game, but it's not true for all of them, like especially Tekken and Soul Calibur. But back to what Solarflare was saying. Yeah, for them it's a job, right? Like, they don't play the game because they love the game. They don't use those characters because they love those characters. They're on a team, their team plays that game, and they pick their best character, and they try their hardest with it to become peak with that character, and that's it. Remember Virtual Fighter? I don't. Yeah, I dropped it after, like, I mean, it's still downloaded on my system, but I haven't played it. 2.5D is Street Fighter 5. Exactly, that's a 2.5D. So I understand what Miss Pirate's saying, and I've heard a lot of these arguments before. And like I said, Miss Pirate, if you want to call it a fighting game, you can go ahead and call it a fighting game. I'm just telling you what I categorize it to be. And MKSM is right. It's 3-dimensional graphics on a 2-dimensional plane, but games like Tekken and Tekken and Soul Calibur aren't. Street Fighter is 2.5D. Solarfare says, my issues with the fighting game community is also my issue with regular sports. I guess I just don't like the idea of competition. Competition can bring out the worst in people. That's not always the case. Like, I played sports in high school, and I've done martial arts a long time. And when it comes to competition for me, like, I try to get people better. Like I like helping other people like reach their potentials. So I use it as like a training method for myself, but also to find out weaknesses that I have and to get better at them. So I treat it like that. But there are a lot of people who like I won a competition before, and the guy got mad that he lost, and him and a couple friends tried to like jump me outside of the event, out of the avenue, and like I didn't take pleasure in like winning again, if that makes any sense. But I don't understand why some people try to put their personalities into their sport or put their identity into. You don't need to put your identity into anything you do, honestly. Like your identity is your identity. I hate people that like put their identity into like what they do and then get mad when people trash it. Because one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like nobody's gonna like everything you like. Miss Pirate says to me, Smash is a lot like Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Tekken, etc. So I don't know why you think it's not a fighting game. Because it's not anything like those games. If you like take a step back from your opinion and you like look at it as like an objective thing, like when you're playing Smash Brothers, like your objective is to run around with like a bunch of people on a platforming, moving and cycling and changing arena. And your goal isn't necessarily to knock the other opponents out. It's to whittle their health down until you can knock them off of the level. The whole entire point is ring out, or getting items that like buff you or boost you. It's not an easy balanced play style. Like everything in that game is completely unbalanced. You're waiting for ultimate moves for the Smash Ball to come down. You're not like, you don't actually have like the full move set of a Smash Brothers, your difference. It's okay if you don't see the difference, but there is undoubtedly a difference. In terms of the format, it's absolutely nothing like a traditional fighting game, Stu Calibur says. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying. It doesn't follow any of the criteria or propositions of a fighting game. Like in a fighting game, it's a one-on-one situation where you're trying to get your opponent's health down to 0. In basic terms, that's what it is. In Smash, it is a platforming fighting game in which your goal is to knock the opponent off. It's a totally different thing. That's like saying like javelin and jousting are the same thing. They're totally not. They're totally different things. Even though they use similar objects, they have totally different goals and are played totally differently. But it's okay to disagree. You don't have to think like I think, and I don't expect any of you to think like I do. It would be pretty boring if we all agreed, actually, because I like when people have different points of view and different opinions. Doesn't mean that either one of us is categorically right or wrong. It's just that's our opinions. So if you want to think it has a lot in common with those, that's fine. Whatever, it's still a fighting game, whether anyone likes it or not. See, the difference is that like I'm open to your opinion, and it seems like you're not open to mine. That's the total difference. I'm just giving you my reasons for not calling it a fighting game, and you're getting upset because you're wrapping your identity into it. It doesn't have to be that way. You just play the game and like the game. It doesn't matter what I think about it. It doesn't matter what professionals who play Smash professionally think about it. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It's only what you think about it. So I don't know why you would even get upset at that. But like it's the same difference as like if you're playing let's say Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal is not a racing game. You wouldn't categorize Twisted Metal as a racing game just because you're in cars and you're racing around. Doesn't mean that like it's the same thing. Like you have cars in Need for Speed, you have cars in Twisted Metal. You race around other people in Twisted Metal, you race around other people in Need for Speed. But your goal in Twisted Metal is to destroy your opponent's car. And while you can destroy your opponent's car in something like Burnout, let's say, or knock them off the ring in like Need for Speed and cause them to reset, the goal is to win the race by being the fastest or the most skilled. So that's all I'm saying. It's categorically different. You know, that's like that's the reason why. Like you can even just look at the stages in that game, and it's 100% different than any stages you've ever seen in any traditional fighting game. I guess if you want to call it an untraditional fighting game, you can. That would more fit what it is. My friend found some YouTube comments of toxic Smash players saying they're really stupid. Like the main reason why Smash is hated is because most fading games don't give as much hype matches in Smash. Well, that's stupid. I don't really care about like anything getting hype or whatever. Like we love Soul Calibur, right? That's one of the most niche of the main fighters. So people get mad too when I trash Virtual Fighter because like Virtual Fighter has an okay fighting engine, but like the characters are basic and boring as hell, and they have like no backstory. So unless you watch the anime, there's like no way you can know anything about those characters anyway. And people get mad at my opinion on that, but it's my opinion. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Yeah, Miss Pirate, but you do that on like a lot of different games. You can do that on Mega Bomberman, but Mega Bomberman is not a fighting game. I mean, other people don't agree with me. Like Rich Ragaroth, he thinks that Smash is a fighting game. That's fine. I don't think it is. Pokken Tournament is a fighting game. It's an above camera, but that doesn't make it a different genre. Would you say that Grand Theft Auto 1 is in a different genre from like Grand Theft Auto 4? It's still Grand Theft Auto, but Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 had a bird's eye view camera. Like the camera angle doesn't matter. An action adventure can have the same camera angle as like an MMO, but it doesn't change what it is. Usually it's by the goals and by how the game is played. Like, let's take Pokemon Unite that just came out, right? Pokemon Unite, like on Switch, I wouldn't call that a sports game. Your goal is to build up enough energy to knock it into a hoop, but it doesn't mean it's basketball. It's not a sports game. It's totally different. Demon Slayer says, I remember, and I love your name, by the way. Demon Slayer says, I remember Capcom making an early build of Street Fighter V, and it was hyper realistic. Would you think it would work out, or would it kill Capcom fighters? It would I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, a lot of people hated when they went like with their newer art style anyway. Like, people are gonna adjust to that kind of stuff. Like, visuals is like one of the least important parts of like gaming. Like, you can totally do different stuff with that. Like, as Soul Calibur fans, like, we know that all too well, right? Soul Calibur 3 has a totally different feel than Soul Calibur 4 and 5 does. Like, I mean, looks wise. Doesn't mean that like we hated 4 and 5 because of how they looked. Like, we adapted to the more realistic stylized rendition of the anime characters, but I mean, it's still like you know what I mean? Like, we still got over it. I don't think that would hurt or help it necessarily. Yeah, Stu Excalibur's right. He says, yeah, but it's not the same format. Not to mention how you win in Smash is entirely different for traditional fighters. Miss Pirate said, Miss Pirate, you need to calm down too. Stop getting so reactional. What difference? They both are the same. They're definitely not. Your goal in Tekken is not to ring out your opponent. Your goal in Tekken is not to whittle up their percentage points until one hit does a final smash that knocks them out of the ring and explodes them. And the characters are entirely more balanced in most fighting games than in Smash Brothers. They can't be balanced because their abilities are so different. That's why you see the same people using the same characters over and over again in the professional sphere. Well, as long as the game does not have SNES graphics, then it's fine, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, some retro style stuff is fun too. Like, I'm playing Dragon Quest on my Xbox right now. Welcome back, Catherine. And there's actually an option when you boot that game up to play with the 3D graphics, or like the traditional like overhead 2D style exploration, sprite based graphics. I think that's pretty fun. Like I've tried it a couple times. You can change it in the like systems menu, whatever you want. I think that's pretty fun. We're at the 40-minute mark. Does anybody have any questions for me to go over? Especially if you want me to go into more of my opinion on the FGC. Okay. Well, all right. Guys, you see this comment right here from Miss Pirate. This is why yeah, I'm putting you in a timeout. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Just doing some moderation right now. Yeah, I know, and that's what's frustrating. Like I'm like this whole entire stream is literally about why you shouldn't listen to other people and enjoy what you enjoy. And she's coming at a bunch of people, literally calling us stupid and saying we're ganging up on her. Plus, I also don't like that she said, "I followed you so that you can get me into the graphic novel industry." Like, don't use me like that, because like when I help people that like are trying to improve, I don't help people that like want to use me to like further their career or stuff like that. That's like definitely not something that I do. And if I lose you as a subscriber, I lose you as a subscriber, because honestly, like I'm thinking about blocking you after that comment. Like that was pretty ignorant. And the way you describe like stupidity is kind of weird too, because stupidity isn't a difference of opinion, and nobody's ganging up on you. You're the only one that's yelling in this entire chat. Everyone else is being super nice, just trying to give you their opinion back. And instead of taking what they're saying into consideration, you're just dismissing everybody and not looking at the evidence. Like it's like, no, Ather can still do his job. Ather, you can actually read up and see what's going on. Atherin is the channel's mod, so feel free to block anybody or kick them out of the chat if you need to. Like, I just think that's ridiculous that like people are trying to like just give you your opinions. Okay, so to me, a stupid person is somebody that like puts their fingers in their ears and doesn't take in new information and just says whatever they want to say and doesn't listen to other people's objective opinions or looks at the evidence and makes an informed decision on that. To me, that's stupidity. So when somebody's giving you your opinion, and I've said countless times, like, you're allowed to like whatever you like, and you should like whatever you like, and don't listen to me, don't listen to anybody else. If you enjoy it or you consider something, then consider something. I've said that multiple fucking times. But instead, like, we get like yelled at like and talked down to by somebody that like, you know, I don't even need you on the channel. All right, I'm going to read her comment, and it's going to have cursing in it. So it says, "Whatever, it seems like everyone is fucking stupid, and here I thought I can have you help me get into the graphic novel industry, and everyone is ganging up on me. See ya. Yeah, I hope to never see you all again." Go fuck yourself. That's the simple answer that I can give you. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want to unsubscribe from my channel, go ahead, because there's gonna like I just literally told you earlier, I don't give a shit about those kind of people subscribing to my channel. If you're gonna come into my channel and then start arguments and then be a dickhead when like people just try to give you like their opinions, then go fuck off. Like, I don't give a shit about you. Jesus Christ. This isn't Twitch. I'm not gonna sit here and put up with that shit. Exactly, solar flare. Like we can joke around and bust each other's balls, but as soon as you start like yelling at people, like that you have any kind of authority on the subject matter, or you have any knowledge that somebody else doesn't have, then like you're being a fucking dumbass. So yeah, go to ban jail. Like nobody gives a shit. Athrun, go to her channel and block her from the channel. And then she's also in the Discord, so go find her on Discord and block her from the, like, kick her from the Discord too, banner, perma banner. Don't give her a timeout. I put her on a timeout, but that's bullshit. Like, it takes a lot to piss me off, but like if I'm sitting here constantly the whole time, thank you for the content, by the way, though. At least this makes good, entertaining content. Like if you go back up and read the chat's on the live replay. So when you watch this, like viewers that are watching this after it goes live, you can go back and you can look at all the comments. Like Stu here says, Miss Pirate, what evidence do you have to support it being a fighting game? Like he's asking for your opinion. He's asking for your evidence. And then when he tells you his opinion, you just flip out on him. And like literally everyone here, this entire stream was like literally based on why like you shouldn't listen or give a shit to what people in authority have to say. Like you should just make your own opinions and inform your own decisions, and that's it. Like that's literally what this entire stream was about. And like it just went way over your head. And then you're going to call people stupid? Like that's ridiculous. I was hoping you can get me into the graphic novel industry. Oh my god. Let's see. I'm going to So now we're going to do some good old-fashioned I think the comments got removed. Oh no, it's right there. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to screenshot this. So that we can mock it later on the Discord and we can all laugh about it, about how stupid she is. And the funny thing is she's acting exactly like the FGC people act. And that's like exactly why like I don't like any of them. Like Tyler Ninja Blevins is the same thing. Like if you don't get mad at a video game, you're doing it wrong. Something you put so much time and effort into, you should take pride in. And if you lose, you should get upset. It's like, no, you shouldn't get upset. You should literally just fucking try again. Like that's life. They just come off as immature and spoiled. Exactly. It is immaturity. And like, you know, bring back bullying. You heard it here first. Hashtag bring back bullying. Because like these kind of people didn't exist in my day. Like when I was in high school, if you talk that kind of shit to somebody, you got your ass kicked. And guess what? Then you didn't act like that ever again. Next time, like you're in that situation, you didn't act like that again. I was in high school. I went to like a bunch of parties, right? And there was this girl, and she used to run around like hitting people. It was hilarious. Like she thought she was tough shit. And we were at this one party, and like I even told her before, because she like one time she like grabbed me by my neck and put me up against the locker just because I said I wouldn't go on a date with her. And this girl said, this girl literally told everybody that like she turned me down, right? So I kindly, at this party that I saw her at, I told everyone the truth because I was super drunk. And she got super mad and tried to come at me. Well, one of my friends stepped in the way and she hit my friend, and my friend's a guy, and he knocked her the fuck out. Like he just punched her once and she went to sleep, dude. She was like, oh, and just went to bed. Like somebody picked her up and literally put her on the couch and gave her an ice pack, but she went to fucking sleep. And guess what? She never hit anybody ever again after that. You learned your lesson that way. Like that's literally how like life works. Like today, like when people are like, and listen, no offense to any of you guys who like, if you're worried about your mental health or if those things are a problem, then go out and seek help and like do your best, right? That's not to say that, but like I remember like people these days, they'll be like, he called me a name. That's like harassment. That's bullying. That's not fucking bullying. Like when I was in high school, you know what getting bullied was? It was like people putting a bunch of soap and like socks and like beating the shit out of you in the locker room while you're naked and leaving you there bleeding because you like looked at their girlfriend the wrong way or something like that. That's bullying. Locking somebody in a closet or we had a substitute teacher in my high school, and she was way too nice. So some of the kids in my class locked her in a fucking closet and she was crying. Like, I mean, like, that's bullying. Sticking somebody's head in a toilet, like when it's got shit in it, and like flushing a toilet, that's bullying. Making somebody lick dog shit on like the playground, that's bullying. Like, calling somebody a bad name is not bullying. Like, if you actually, if you value their opinion that much that you're calling that them calling you a bad name hurts your feelings, then like you have way more issues than whatever name they called you. I don't see her in Discord. Oddly enough, I don't see her in KittyMeowser's channel, so I don't know where she came from. I think she came from Rich's channel. I think she came from Ragarolf's channel because I've seen her in chats before she came over to my channel. And Rich is a lot nicer than me. Like, he'll put up with that kind of stuff. Like, Rich is very, very amicable. Like, even in real life. Like, we've gotten in situations in like real life where like some friends were like talking trash to him, and he tried his best to like resolve the situation. Like, no, I'll just like break your nose. Like, I don't give a shit. Life is way too short to worry about that kind of stuff. Solar versus 16 Sims may break your bones, but names leave psychological wounds that never heal. Laugh out loud. Yes, that's childish to me. It's like, oh, if you call me a name, then like I already don't respect you anyway, and you don't respect me. So why would I respect your opinion? Like, why would I allow what you say like hurt me? You know what I mean? Like, that means that I trust your opinion. Like, I'm taking it to heart. Like, I don't worry about that shit. Twitter in 21. Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of that's like young mentality too. Like, people grow up and people change their opinions. Dante says facts and same. Yeah, dude. It's like life is way too short for that kind of stuff. Like, I really thought about giving her a chance. Yeah, Athrun, if she tries to join the Discord, instant banner. I hope I never see any of you again. Like, your life is that fragile. Like, your life is that blessed and like fucking privileged that like somebody disagreeing with you sets you off like that. Like, you have a very, very, very privileged and easy life. Like, go get a fucking job. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like so ridiculous. It's making me laugh. Just had to restart my PC and I missed what happened. Oh, Stu asked her to give her evidence of why it's a fighting game, and she called all of us stupid and said that we're ganging up on her. And like told us like to fuck off or something. I don't know, whatever. Like the Smash community. Yeah, right. Definitely. I know, right? MKSM, can we have her life? Like, that is like such a privileged position to be in. Especially like when you talk to other people that way, that says a lot more about you than it does like about other people. Because I'm telling you right now, like, if you come around my way and you talk to my face like that, you better be ready to throw down. That's all there is to it. I don't put up with like, and that may be brutish and maybe a himbo for that. That may be, I may be too quick to jump the gun. But if somebody talks shit to me, you better get ready to fight. Like, that's all there is to it. If you want to talk to me, I'll have a very amicable conversation with you, and I'll sit down and we'll talk about it, right? But and we tried being very nice, and we tried being like helping her out, and we even said multiple times, your opinion is your own. You don't need to listen to us. You don't need to listen to me. If you think it's a fighting game, it's a fighting game. I just said that it's not to us. It's not to me. Ganging up. She had 2 people commenting at her. 2. That's a gang up? Jeez. If you play Tekken at a party, then isn't that a party game? Go fuck yourself, dumbass. What are you in 4th grade? Got like all these fucking. Ugh. Let me stop before I get canceled. Dante said, I can understand where you're coming from, Mark. I'd be the same way at times when I talk to people. Yeah, like, people always come at me and they're like, oh, you're not respecting me. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't respect you. There's 8 billion people on the planet. I don't have to fucking like everybody. Like, if you want to come like to me and like talk to me about stuff, then like I'll have a conversation with people that I hate. And like, if you just come at me and you talk and you're wanting to have an actual conversation and you're willing to listen and learn, then like we can go on hating each other after the conversation. But during the conversation, I'm going to be as respectful as I possibly can be. You know what I mean? But like, It's people like her that like when you expect like people to automatically respect you, like respect is fucking earned. It's not given automatically. You don't walk down the street, see 100 people are like, I respect you, I respect you, I respect you. You keep your head down and get out of their fucking way. You know, you're strangers. You don't know them. I hate people like her who put people down and then try to play the victim when somebody calls them on their shit. Yeah, it's crybaby mentality. Stupid. It's the same as that girl at that party. She tried after that to run around saying that like people ganged up on her when she was the one that attacked them, and everyone like she tried to get the guy, my friend, suspended from school. But like there was like 13 people that were at that party, not just at the party. There was like 100 people at that party, but there's like 13 people that came forward and defended him and said that like she literally came at him first. There's no video evidence because we didn't have cell phones when I was in high school because I'm that old. There was no cell phones yet. But yeah, it's just some people are ridiculous to me, dude. By the way, guys, there's 7 people in the chat. If you guys are in the chat, please like the stream. It really helps me out by putting me into YouTube's algorithm so that this stream can go out to more people. If you find me entertaining at all, please subscribe to the channel. I am going to be changing up the content on the channel a little bit because there's no news for Soul Calibur right now. So if you've noticed, I've already started talking about like comic books and doing interviews and having some fun stuff like that because there's a lot more things that I'm into, and I hope you guys support all of that so that like I can continue to do so. I don't want to be stuck just like only talking about Soul Calibur. There's a dislike. Oh, hey, I'll take the dislikes. Like the dislikes, they help you out in the algorithm too. People don't know that, but oh, she probably disliked it automatically. Yeah, right. I wonder. I sarcasm noted. It went over my head for a second, MKSM, but I got you, boy. It's crazy to me. Yeah, right. I wonder who the dislike is from. You know what's funny is like as soon as my videos go up, I have like people that'll literally dislike it like right away, and they think that's gonna like hurt me. Like, homie, like you just helped me get into the algorithm better. Like thumbs down don't matter. They're the same as thumbs up to as far as YouTube's concerned. Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw the podcast video. It's great, man. Just waiting for YouTube to let me leave a comment again in the next few hours. There's another one coming up tomorrow on the channel. It's audio only because on Rich's GoPro, when we were recording it, he accidentally had it in time-lapse mode, so it's unusable. But I did make an audio format of it. It's about 50 minutes, I believe. It's an hour. And that is with Phil McNulty, who is a cover artist for Batman and for the X-Men. And he's done a couple other things too. Time to make garbage content to get dislikes, laugh out loud. Yeah, right. That's how do you think all those drama channels like go up in the algorithm so fast? There are so many with her name. See, so not only is she an asshole and not only is she stupid, she's also a basic bitch. Same fucking name as everybody else. Like go out and be different. Jeez. Trying to like, oh man. People like that get me riled up, dude. Don't even get me started. Would love to see anime discussion videos. Yes. Well, actually, if you go back far enough on my channel, like I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, when I first started, I actually started as a Dragon Ball tuber, believe it or not. I used to talk about pretty much only Dragon Ball, and I would cover like the Dragon Ball Super episodes like right after they aired. She is ganging up on us, laugh out loud. Yeah, well, according to her, a gang consists of like one person, so like I tried so hard to be nice to her too. Because like I cherish like the girls that are in my community, not just because they're girls, but because looking at my analytics, the girls are only make like 5% of my channel. Like probably can count them on one hand out of like my like what 1,200 subscribers or whatever. Like how many girls? It's probably like 10 girls or whatever. So like I like having them in here because they give us a different point of view and a different opinion. But when you can't accept somebody else's opinion, you're going to go at like screaming at my other subscribers. Like, nah, I'm not having that. Hate to see what she considers an army. She doesn't know what an army is. She stayed in her house her whole life. So she's never even seen another person. The only time she sees another person is when she goes to Walmart. Like, I'm like, come on, dude. Trash. Over here getting me started about like the fighting game community. Well, I guess like that's why like the FGC and assholes like FaZe Clan and like the Paul brothers and stuff are so popular, and Tyler Ninja Brothers, is because like they're assholes, so they want to follow assholes. It's monkey see, monkey do. I hate that kind of stuff. Most of you guys know that too. I don't like being in a what do you call it? I don't like surrounding myself with the same opinion, because like I don't want to just like bolster my own opinion. I like to change my opinion based on like new information, and I like to look at all opinions to see like where the middle point is, because that's usually the right what the right point is. She's Risu in disguise. We're gonna go a little bit longer just because you guys are so awesome, and she wasted so much of our time, but at least it was good content. Does anybody that's not a stupid, annoying psycho bitch have a comment? Yeah, I don't want yes men. I don't want to create an echo chamber where like my opinion is just echoed back to me all the time. Like even politically, I have friends on all over the spectrum in my real life, and like if we disagree on something, we respectfully just don't talk about it. Or like I'll have conversations with like people like that vehemently disagree with me, and vice versa, and we usually get off to like an amicable finish. Like we'll understand each other's points of view at least. No, I'm a psycho and I'm going to shut up. FGC kind of annoys me. They just come off as rude and have their heads up their own asses. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's some people in the FGC who are like honestly good dudes and like are really in it because they love the game, and it's good to see them win, you know, and represent like the game that they love. But then the vast majority of them are just a bunch of like idiots. They just like pick the best character in the meta, and like that's what they use. Raging Ningan says, I wanted to enter tournaments and be a part of the FGC, but because of people like her, I changed my mind. Yeah, that's why I like people like her is like literally why I don't play ranked anymore. This fucking bitch literally asked me earlier why I don't play with people with no mic. That's why. Because then you get like a comment that's like a million miles long, like in your like whenever you play with somebody without a mic and you beat them, you get like this long like message about like how you're an asshole or how you're a tryhard or how like you don't even know how to play the game. It's just like, dude, get better. Who cares? I'm not saying like get good, but I mean like learn from your mistakes, improve as a person, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Hopefully we improve together. Sorry, I just hit my table. I'm mildly psycho. What other mod will tell you tell the channel owner to hold or else they'll get a strike? Yeah, right. The rules don't apply to me, Athrun. It's rules for thee and not for me. It annoys me that the FGC is such a necessary evil. I know. It definitely is. It's okay, guys. We don't give a shit about people like that. We don't care. We just call them assholes. Can Athrun give Athrun a strike? Yeah, right. Athrun, go give yourself a strike, dude. Timeout for Athrun. He dared. Go again. DMCA incoming. That's my song, so they can't strike me. Like I write my own music, so they can't strike what they actually they've tried to before. All you guys know I make all the music for my channel, and so many times I've gotten these big companies to like try and strike my channel based on music, and I fight them on it every time because it's like my freaking music that I made. Will there be a play session after the stream? I'm not sure. I can think about it. I do have some whiskey, so that would be fun. Nice try. If I dip, who will watch from the shadows? Nobody will. That's why we all love you, Athrun. Actually, you need to go be a mod on Kitty's channel too, because she needs a mod desperately. Should we write a song right now about Miss Pirate? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to sing a song about Miss Pirate live on stream for the first time. All right, we're gonna go with yes. Yeah, Matt. I mean, maybe not. We'll see if everyone have Switch. Maybe we'll do some Pokemon dungeons together. I might be in the mood for Pokemon. All right, I'm gonna do it. Let's do like a quick 1 minute song about this girl. I liked that nice intro riff, so let me see if we can put it into there. This is interesting. We've never done this on my stream before. That was a pretty nice intro. Was that drop D E chord? Messed it up already. Miss Pirate, she's a raging bitch. She doesn't know what a fighting game is. She is a stupid, psychotic hoe bag, and she's done. Oh, she's done. It was a hard E. Is it on this E? No, it's not on that E. I think we should go back to the... Anyway. Best song I've heard in a week, yeah. You like my guitar? Thank you. That is my baby. Her name is Ariana. You need that on a loop? As the villain of the FGC would say, I'm waiting for the OLED model to be honest. Yeah, if you don't have a Switch, the OLED is good to go. But I'm not upgrading because it's barely any difference from the other Switch. That's pretty fun. We should play songs more often. You know what's funny is I'm rusty as hell though, because when I lived in New York City, I was in a huge apartment complex, and I was on the 7th or 8th floor, and I couldn't play the guitar because neighbors would complain. So I haven't played the guitar in 7 years. So I literally just tuned it today for the first time in 7 years and started just writing something. It's cathartic for me to write music. Maybe I'll do some of that on my channel, because all that electronic and beat based stuff you guys heard on my channel is just music I make for the channel. I'd love to play some Pokemon with you guys, but I don't have a Nintendo account. Matt, so the easiest thing that you can do is go on somebody's family plan. Pay them $5 a year and go on somebody's family plan, because you can add a bunch of people to someone's family. I used to have a bunch of my friends on my family plan, but a lot of them left, so I think it's just me and my wife now. But you can get on somebody's family, and it's cheaper that way than paying the 20. That slapped, as the kids say. Yeah, I'm rusty as hell, but you can tell I'm rusty because like my fingers actually have indents from the strings, which like never used to happen because I always used to play on steel strings. I don't really like nylon strings; they break too easily. Yeah, Atherin, I got you. You dropped some in the Discord, right, on the music tab. Soul Calibur 3 is my favorite Soul Calibur game. Yeah, Rocky. I think a lot of people feel you on that. It's usually, whenever I hear it, it's usually either 2 or 3 is like everyone's favorite. You mean Sword and Shield, right, Mark? Yeah, definitely. Sword and Shield. I mean, I'm probably going to be getting Diamond and Pearl when it comes out too, but Sword and Shield is what I'm playing right now. The Switch is also region free, so go nuts with imports. Yeah, I mean, I don't have too many games on my Switch. Like I have like Smash Brothers Ultimate. I have the Naruto Storm trilogy. I have what else I have? I have Saints Row 4, I believe. I actually got Saints Row 4 for free. Jake Balladino from Game Ranks gave me Saints Row 4 on Switch. I have Minecraft, but I never played it. I got that as a gift too. It's on there. I've just never booted it up. Yeah, I definitely want the Arceus one, but that's not coming out till January. But Diamond and Pearl are coming out in November. But in October, boys, in October, we are going to be playing some Demon Slayer forever. We're going to be playing that game. I cannot wait until October 11th. Can't come fast enough when Demon Slayer comes out. You guys all need to go on PS4 and pre-order that shit. I already pre-ordered it and paid it off. Like, and MKSM, if you get it, you can have the PS4 version and the PS5 version, by the way, automatically day one. I liked the older Naruto because he is no longer bratty like when he was in the past. I prefer Shippuden as well. I do prefer Shippuden. He's like so much less whiny. And like I just hope they confirm more demons besides Nezuko. Probably as DLC, Matt. Like well, we already know that like one of the demons is definitely going to be in. If you watch Mugen Train, you know what I'm talking about. But the final, not the first demon they fight on the train, but like the final demon that shows up, he's going to be the one. He's going to be in the game. I know I'm on Halo because I got my Xbox back from the dead. Yeah, I got the Xbox Series S recently, and I was playing Halo with I was playing the Master Chief Collection with my brother and Soul Blaze and someone else. My internet died, and I came back to talking about PS5. So yes, if you can afford it, it's not coming out until October. So save up and maybe get it on PSN digitally or just pre-order it. But we are definitely going to be playing a lot of Demon Slayer on the channel. 100%. Probably going to play some Halo Infinite multiplayer when that comes out too. For those of you that have an Xbox. Stu, that is not an unpopular opinion. Neji actually used to be my favorite character in base Naruto. Before Itachi and Obito became my favorite characters in Shippuden. Not young Obito, adult Obito. But Neji was, for all of the original original Naruto, he was my favorite character. Naruto-san Boruto doesn't need to be all that bratty like his dad was back in the past. Yeah, but he's seen some character development recently too. Like he's not as bratty as like he used to be. He's actually got some pretty cool powers, so I need to catch back up on the manga of that though. I haven't watched it since like they fought that one Otsutsuki. I forget his name, the fused one. If you want an unpopular opinion on Naruto opinion, I hate Sasuke. I'm lukewarm on Sasuke. Like I like him, but he's bratty. Like he reversed. Like he was annoying in regular Naruto, and then he became like a baby in Shippuden. I like him in Boruto. Just be friends with Naruto, you asshole. Like that's What are you? I'm your friend. Naruto, Sasuke. Those two gilded lovers. I am an Itachi, Shisui, and Obito fan. I didn't mind him in OG Naruto, but in Shippuden, I despise him. Well, he was an asshole. He like literally went with Orochimaru just to get power. It's like to kill his brother who freaking died for him in the first place. It's like so stupid. Like just grow up, Sasuke. And then like he ended up marrying Sakura. Like, dude, way to be a simp. Mark, what are your thoughts on Sakura being a useless meme? I don't like Sakura. I think she's whiny. I've never liked Sakura. My favorite girls in Naruto are, well, Hinata is number one bae. I like Tamari a lot. I like May. Who else do I like? I like Ten, but you know who I like more than Naruto? Menma. Menma was that dude. And then there was that weird plot of Sarada not knowing her mom. Yeah, I know. It's weird. These eyes see darkness clearly. I'm entertained. I unicorned a brute with a spike grenade in ODST. Dude, spike, the spike weapons, like the spike gun is like my main gun. And especially after Halo 3 when they like, it's OP. I love it. Hinata Hyuga is Naruto's wife. I know. Hinata's bae, though. I like Ino. Ino is cool. She's just, I don't like her rivalry with Sakura. It feels forced. And I'm also not really like in the blondes that much, so that could be that too. My favorite Naruto girls are Kushina, Tsunade, and Konan. I like Konan. Tsunade turned me off when she went back to her like original form against Pain, when she turned into that like old lady and like her boob shrunk. I was like, no. Kushina's okay. We just haven't seen enough about Kushina to like actually have an informed opinion. The whole rivalry with Ino and Sakura was so lame. It definitely was. I like Tamari a lot, though. I also really like, I think I'm just like a Hinata stan, dude. I like Hinata like a lot. Especially Hinata in, what was the Menma movie? Was that Road to Ninja? When they went into the limited Tsukuyomi, that was, first of all, it's my favorite Naruto movie, and second of all, like I loved how the characters were flopped in that. Do I remember Momo from Rival Schools? Yeah. Speaking of Momo from My Hero Academia is bae. Tamari's cool, but her hair reminds me of a poodle. I just like her attitude. She kind of reminds me of that like girl in the villain saga from My Hero Academia. The one with the knives. I forget her name. Maybe we should talk about anime on the channel. You guys seem to like that. Notice how I stopped ranting and the people dropped out of the chat. Or maybe it was after I stopped singing. Dumb but funny question mark. If you got hit with a stand arrow, what would your stand be? My stand would just be me. I would just like have aura, but it would be me. Like think of it as like when Sakura does like the cha, that'd be me. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about anime. It's just so hard to skate around like the copyright infringement stuff. That's why it's like hard to like talk about. Yeah, Himiko. That's her name. Do I mean anime Harley Quinn? Momo from Rival Schools is basically like Millie Burtonberger from Kid vs. Cat, but doesn't do Sindel Shriek's fake cry whenever she's been bullied. People hate my opinion on JoJo's too because I only like parts 1, 2, and parts of Stardust, parts of 3. 2 is my favorite. Young Jonathan is my favorite. And the Pillarmen are the epitome and peak of villains in JoJo's. I don't care. You can talk about Dio all you want, but I love the Pillarmen. Bleach coming back soon is so poggers. Definitely is super poggers. Thoughts on Baki, Son of Ogre's anime announcement? I love Baki Hanma, and like I really love the Baki series, but like the anime doesn't really get the feel from the comics down, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's got a different feel. Solarfer says I hate part 5. I hate part 5 too. Yeah, Young Joseph is my favorite. My favorite Rival Schools character is Hinata Wakaba. I haven't played Rival Schools in a long time, Rocky, so I got to go back and get caught up on that. But if we do play after, like, what do you guys want to play? I can't believe no one sent me a super chat this whole time. Like, oh my God, guys, can't you afford like $5? That's me making fun of Twitch streamers, by the way. It's not me being serious. What do you think of Street Fighter V's last character? I like him. He gives me huge Steve Fox vibes, but I think he looks cool. Oh my God! Old Jonathan is cool too, but he cannot beat young Jonathan. I remember I thought young Jonathan was the best when like he was running away from that one guy. I forget who it was. It might have been the first Pillarman. And like out of nowhere, he just pulls like grenades out of his ass. Like they just came from nowhere. He had like no pockets or anything. He just pulls grenades out and just starts. It wasn't grenades. It was a machine gun. Just he had nothing, no bag or nothing. Just pulls out a random machine gun. I was like, what the hell? This is awesome. I wanted Remy. I would love to play Rival Schools if Capcom re-released it. No, I can't afford $5. Good, I can't either. Let me tip myself. My rent's so expensive, dude. He apologized for what he did back in the past. I like present Johnny Cage. I do too, Rocky. I always say that, like, I actually, I don't know why is butt plug like not a good word. They hid that and I had to show it. Oh damn, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, Johnny Cage. Yeah, I hated Johnny Cage until I started playing 9. Like the past timeline and the one that just ended did Johnny Cage really well. Like when he was like a really good family guy and like loved his wife and daughter and like sacrificed himself. Like that Johnny Cage I love. But yeah, I hated Johnny Cage until practically 10 as well. Same thing with Heihachi. I hated Heihachi like forever until like 7, and now I like love Heihachi. And I understand why he does the things that he does. I don't know. What would you guys even want to play? We should play Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2 on Xbox 360. That's what we should play. Or we should play Naruto The Broken Bond. It's co-op. I saw the new MK movie, and I kind of don't care for it because of Cole, and I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I didn't really mind Cole. I just don't like how, like, oh my God, Soul Calibur 6. I'm so tired of Soul Calibur 6. Will you throw your son off a cliff? To make him stronger, yes. I'd personally be down for some My Hero Academia 1's Justice 2. I don't know if I wouldn't mind playing that. How's the netcode in that game, though? I've never played it online, especially, Matt, with your netcode. Your internet's trash. No offense. You got to get one of those Wi-Fi pods. I have one in the other room, not in here. But like if you go to your internet provider, they have these Wi-Fi pods that just plug into your wall, and it literally like enhances the MKSM, you know what I'm talking about. It enhances the signal strength from your router. So no matter where you're at in your room, you'll get like really good internet. And also they have 2 Ethernet ports on the pods as well. So you can actually hardline Ethernet plug your PlayStation in from the pod. So you should try to go or order one online, like a pod. But I would go to, like, if you have Comcast or like whoever you have, ask them for a wireless pod. They're not that expensive either. I think it's like $40-$50, something like that. But it'll be worth it. Trust me. Well, I'm in a different setting right now, so my internet has gone from pretty good to garbage. Then you should get a pod too. Heihachi Mishima is so mean because he threw Kazuya off a cliff and threw him into a volcano and even threw Jin out of a helicopter. You know why though, right? Right, Rocky? I mean, he thought his whole reason he did that is he was just trying to make sure that he didn't have the devil gene in them. He wanted to end the devil gene because it could cause him so much like stress and drama. I heard that a student with purple hair that fought Deku in the festival is upcoming DLC for the new season of One Justice 2. There's another season of One's Justice coming out. I still haven't bought the metal guy. He's the only one I'm missing. It's like the metal dude. He even changed Jinpachi, Jin, and Kazuya to a rocket. That was hilarious, Rocky. That was so funny. Kazuya must throw Jin. Agreed. Maybe he'll stop being a spoiled brat if you throw Jin. Why is Heihachi Mishima? That's why Heihachi Mishima is the bad guy. Yeah, but he did it all for a reason. Didn't you play Tekken 7? Like, there was a reason he did all that stuff. He's not the true bad guy. Actually, if you think about it, after Tekken 7, Heihachi's kind of the hero. Plus, Kazuya turned into an asshole anyway and formed, like, the G Corporation, and he's, like, just as evil as his father ever was. And Jin's going down that same road of doing the same damn thing. Yeah, the new season was announced a while back, actually. Shinzo's finally coming. Xenoverse 2 is still getting milked. Honestly, Dante, let's talk about that for a while. So I don't mind Xenoverse 2 getting milked because, like, I wish we had DLC back when, like, PS2 was out. Because Tenkaichi 3 is not anywhere worth $50 compared to Tenkaichi 2. If we had Tenkaichi 2 and just had, like, a DLC expansion pass for, what was it, like 5 or 8 characters in 3 that they didn't include, I would have much rather had that. So Heihachi Mishima is becoming a good guy. No, if you take the story in context from 7, he technically was the good guy. Like, it was just because the devil gene and, like, his wife and, like, all this stuff that happened to him, like, he was actually, like, fighting on the side of good. It's just, like, from the perspective of, like, bad. Raging Blast 2 should have been DLC 2 of 100%. Raging Blast 2 and Tenkaichi 3 should have both been expansion passes for Raging Blast 1 and Tenkaichi 2. And Tenkaichi 2's story is way better than Tenkaichi 3. Everyone sings the praises of Tenkaichi 3, but they didn't add shit. Like, what did they add? They added a couple characters. You got, like, King Vegeta. You got, like, King Cold. Who else did they add? They added hardly anybody. It was, like, it's such bullshit. I mean, I have Tenkaichi 3. But I still play 2 more. And I prefer Raging Blast 1 head over feet because Raging Blast 1 has a much better story. It actually has a story. I'm sorry. Raging Blast 1's graphics, the cel-shaded graphics, are way better than one of those plastic vinyl action figures they went with for Raging Blast 2. Goku with a blue gi instead of orange. Yeah, right? Fair enough. And yeah, Budokai 2, Tenkaichi 2 is my favorite. Yeah, I mean, it's also the reason why I say that Budokai Tenkaichi 3 just expansion of 2 of the Dragon Ball and more GT characters. Yeah, because they add like all the Shadow Dragons and stuff. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, it wasn't like they didn't add that much. General Blue, Nam, Android 8, etc. Yeah, it wasn't that much though. I think it was like, what was it, like 15 characters maybe? It wasn't like a lot. And saying 15 characters in a Spike Chunsoft game is not saying much because they all play like the same. They're all clones. My favorite Dragon Ball game is Infinite World, though. Otherwise known as Dragon Ball Budokai 4. Budokai 3 is trash. Don't get me started. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I hate Budokai 3. I still play it because I like the story mode, but Budokai 3 is trash compared to Infinite World. Utter trash. And Dragon Rush is like the worst implemented mechanic of all time. Dragon Rush is like worse than Reversal Edge. I said it. I don't regret it. Set it and forget it. Dragon Rush is ass. It definitely is. Raging Blast 2 is better in gameplay, but Raging Blast 1 is better in graphics, but Raging Blast 2 is better because we got the GOAT Future Gohan. Yeah, I like Future Gohan and Raging Blast 2. I have Raging Blast 2 as well. Don't get it twisted, but like, it doesn't even have a freaking story mode. That Galaxy mode was ass. Burst Limit and Raging Blast are basically reboots of Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi. Well, they're from the same people too. So the whole reason Mark Unis over party. Yes. Try and cancel me. I'm uncancelable. The reason that Infinite World got its name changed to Infinite World instead of Budokai 4 was actually because it was released 6 months before Burst Limit, because it was like one of the last games they released on PS2, and Burst Limit was the first one they released on PS3. And Dimps didn't want their two games to compete with themselves. They wanted people to buy the new consoles because that's where the new games were going to be. So PS3 did just come out and it was super expensive. So most people still had PS2. So they like literally changed the name of Budokai 4 to Infinite World, and didn't market it at all. Just did all their marketing for Burst Limit so that they can sell more PS3s and get people. Yeah, Infinite World is fucking poggers. Hands down, dude. The story mode is amazing. The mini games are fun. They added GT Vegeta finally. The capsule system is way better in Infinite World than it is in Budokai 3. In Budokai 3, if you want to transform into a Super Saiyan 4, it takes up your entire capsule slot. So you have to have like Kaioken and then Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, and then you get like one capsule of a move. You'll get like Kamehameha, right? That was bullshit. Infinite World's capsule system has one capsule called Transform, and you just put that in the top, and whatever transformation you unlock automatically goes into there. So if you unlock Super Saiyan 4, your character can turn into a Super Saiyan 4 off the bat if you have enough ki. It was so much better than Budokai 3. Is it true that they wanted BoJack in Infinite World, or is that false? I think they wanted a lot of the movie characters in there, but the development time was split from Dimps at that time between Burst Limit and with Infinite World, or Budokai 4 as it is. But so they wanted to put a lot more into Infinite World that they didn't get around to. If you want to talk trash about DBZ games, Ultimate Tenkaichi was a pile of garbage. Ultimate Tenkaichi, though, was the first game that had character creator, as limited as it was. I did enjoy how it looked and the storytelling, but that 50-50 like gameplay was really stupid. The whole entire game was like Dragon Rush, pretty much. Battle of Z was a pile of trash too. Infinite World looks like it was so much fun. If only Budokai Collection wasn't so ass. It's missing half of the games, the PSP games, Budokai 2 and Infinite World, and the music change of copyright. Yeah, first of all, I bought the HD collection and I traded it back in because I have all the Dragon Ball games on PS2. I have them physical. So I honestly traded it in because the music is garbage in the HD collection. And yeah, Budokai 2 is like one of the best Budokai games. I know the not everyone enjoyed that like board game style story mode, which is take it or leave it, honestly, but that has the most fusions in the entire Dragon Ball series. And they took all those fusions away in 3. Everyone lots and praises 3, like 3 is like the best Dragon Ball game, but Budokai 3 sucks. I like the story mode. That's it, where you like fly around the planet. Battle of Z was the worst Dragon Ball Z game, in my opinion. Yeah, I just said that. Battle of Z was trash, too. Unfortunately, I bought that digitally so I can play with my brothers. That's stuck on my PS3 forever. I'll go and play it occasionally just so I can be like the Naruto Sage costume, and then that's it. Yeah, it was a very limited character creator. Like, I wanted to get the short, spiky hair, which was Yamcha's hair, right? But in order to do that, you have to beat Omega Shenron the 3rd time. And I've played the game 3 times. I can never beat Omega Shenron a 3rd time, because I even figured out their system of how they choose their randomized 50-50 actions. I literally broke the game down and like discovered that, but then they completely changed it with the last Shenron fight. I wish PS3 and PS4 got remastered versions of Budokai 2 and Infinite World. Yeah, it'd be nice if they got like an online version, but like Dimps could do it because Dimps still has the rights to Dragon Ball. I mean, Dimps is the ones that made Xenoverse. So they could definitely do it. I mean, Spike lost you can't see a Tenkaichi or a Raging Blast because Spike, first of all, Spike merged with Chunsoft. So they're a totally different company now, just like Namco fused with Bandai. And then they lost the license. The only thing that Spike does is they do the Zenkai Battle Royale, the arcade machine in Japan. It's Japan only. So they have a limited Japanese license to make Dragon Ball games, but they can't make them. There's no worldwide distribution. The only thing about Battle of Z that was good was Sage Naruto outfit you can get. Yeah, I just said that. Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22 is gutter trash. Ultimate Battle 22 is trash, but it's fun at the same time. That was like my first, like, that was my very first, like, PS1 game. And I remember I used to do the code, because if you do the code, it becomes like Ultimate Battle, I forget, because it adds a bunch of characters. So you get like like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and like it just adds a ton of characters. Kid Dragon Ball, whatever. Not to mention Ultimate Tenkaichi uses assets from Raging Blast. Yeah. I wish PS3 games could play on the PS4. I do too. I hate how Sony is so against backwards compatibility. You guys have seen my like setup. I wish I could share images on here. YouTube doesn't allow you to share images, right? It's not like StreamYard. Yeah, I don't see any options to like actually add like an image or share a screen or something like that. But yeah, I have like a PS2, a PS3, a PS4, and a PS5 because the backwards compatibility is so shit. The PS5, I just threw all my digital games because PS4 5 at least plays all the PS4 games. So I threw all my digital games on an external hard drive, plugged it in the back, and I gave my wife my my PS4. So it's in the bedroom. I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't gain enjoyment from playing Xenoverse 2 after playing Raging Blast 2 for a certain amount of time. I love Xenoverse 2. Like, I love the character creator, and I love the team aspects. And if you don't take it too seriously, it's like a fun game. It's also the most sold Dragon Ball game of all time. So, you got to give it some props there. But I still prefer playing Raging Blast 1 over Raging Blast 2, if I'm honest. I just don't like the way the models look. Yeah, I wish Sony would just get their shit together with backwards compatibility. It's really unfair. And I mean, people say like Xbox. Listen, I have a 360 and I have an Xbox Series, but they are trash when it comes to backwards compatibility too. If you look up the list that's compatible, there's only like, I think it's like 30, no. Is it 27 or 37? It's like 37% of Xbox 360 games are backwards compatible. And like, I think like 5% of Xbox games. So it's not that backwards compatible either. Like I still have a 360 because most of my 360 games aren't on the backwards compatible list for Xbox Series. That's why I got the Xbox Series S instead of the X. But I'm honestly, because of like my TV, I am thinking about upgrading in 2 years to the Xbox Series X and selling my S. Or maybe even just putting the S in like the bedroom or dining room or something. But to the X, but you can't like Ultimate Tenkai. I mean, not Ultimate Tenkaichi. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball is not playable. I believe Dead or Alive 4 is not playable, and that's exclusive to Xbox. Naruto, Clash of Ninja, and The Broken Bond, they aren't playable. Like there's a lot of games that you can't play from 360 on the Series S, so I just still have a 360. The modders in Xenoverse 2 just ruined the fun for me personally. What do you play on PC? My Xenoverse 2 is on PlayStation. Xenoverse 2 is honestly my favorite current Dragon Ball game. Same. It's my current favorite Dragon Ball game. I really wish that Burst Limit would have become what it was supposed to become. If they were supposed to go through the whole Buu saga and add GT, but because of time constraints and because the team was split working on Budokai 4 and that at the same time, like both games got hurt for it. That's fair. I have a PS2, PS3, and I would love to play Bleach Soul Resurrection. I still play Bleach Soul Resurrection. It's my favorite Bleach game. Like the Shadow Blade ones were good on the Switch. I mean on the Wii, but I really like the Soul Resurrection. I like the Musu games. Yeah, good thing I have Soul Resurrection and Burst Limit physically. Like I own them, so. You have it on PS4 as well? Yeah, I have Xenoverse 2 on PS4, but what do you mean the modders? Like they can't mod. You mean like the cheaters? Like the people that buy those like aim assist shits and stuff that plug in? I saw the title of the video. My answer is no. Oh my god, JB Kokoro, you missed so much. You gotta rewatch the stream when it's like a regular video. Fairy Tail could work as a Muso game. Definitely. There's a lot of like I wish that they can do I would like to see a Dragon Ball Musu game. I would like to see a My Hero Academia Musu game. A new Bleach Musu game. Yeah, I would like to see a Bleach fighting game, honestly. But I want like a lot of perks with it. Like my favorite thing about Soul Resurrection is that like you can unlock like his skull outfit, Ichigo's skull uniform. I want to see a Mass Effect Musu game. That'd be tight, actually. You know what I would like to see for Mass Effect? I would like to see that turn into a tactics game. I would like to see a tactics Mass Effect game. Yeah, new Bleach game would be so good right now. Well, the anime is coming back, so it's likely that we'll probably see one. I hope CC2 gets the rights to it, honestly. Like, a CC2 in my eyes can't do any wrong when it comes to, like, anime licenses. Yeah, I can't wait for the 1,000-Year Blood War either. Project Cross Zone has a sequel. Oh, but as a Muso game. Yeah. Because that's tactics. Yeah, Project Cross Zone has a Project Cross Zone 2. I recently sold my 3DS, so I don't have it anymore. I haven't played it in like 2 years, so I was just like, all right, I'm just going to sell this. My wife still has a 3DS, so if I want to play something, I can just play it on hers. Storm Resurrection, yeah. I really like the Ultimate Ninja games before Storm, though, too. Like Ultimate Ninja 1 through 5. I actually really like that series. Currently playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It's so fun. Yeah, I still need to get that. I have all the Mass Effect games physically, but I don't have the Legendary Edition. I need to get that. Clash of Ninja is on Xbox. It's an exclusive. So it's like a fighting game, technically, like an arena fighter. It's more closer to like a 2.5D fighter, actually. But it's also got a huge story with like co-op. Never played Ultimate Ninja 5, but 4 I did. Yeah, 5's pretty good too. I think Ultimate Ninja 3 is still my favorite, though. Ultimate Ninja 3 might be my favorite Naruto game of all time, actually. I love the open world exploration and how you unlock characters, and I love how like that was the first introduction we had to like to Minato, but they didn't even call him Minato because they didn't even know he was like Minato back then. They just called him the Yellow Flash. It was great. Played the trilogy in the past when I was in high school for the PS3. See, mine's broken up, which is another reason why I went to Legendary Edition, because I have Mass Effect 1 on Xbox 360, but I have 2, 3, and on PS3, and I have Andromeda on PS4. Oh, no, you're thinking of Rise of Ninja. Oh, yeah, okay. Rise of Ninja, and then... See, I don't have Rise of Ninja anymore. I only have Broken Bond. I have the sequel. But yeah, Rise of Ninja. Clash of Ninja was on the Wii. The Clash of Ninja. The Gekitou Ninja Taisen series. Yeah, they were awesome. Like, I had... my Wii was modded. I need to get a new Wii. Like, that's the one thing I want to get. It's so easy to mod. All you do is put an SD card in it. But for homebrew. But I had a modded Wii, and I used to play all the Gekitou Ninja Taisen series. And Gekitou Ninja Taisen EX3 was probably my favorite. But they're great. The Bleach Shatter Blade series was awesome too, because they had like 8 of them, and like they never came stateside. I think like only the first one came in the US. Legendary Edition improved the first Mass Effect in terms of gameplay, and you can play as a different Fem Shep from 3 in the first 2 games. I usually create myself in those games anyway, so I don't need the female version, but it is nice to have. I hear those games are really competitive. Oh yeah, they're fun as hell though. There's really good mechanics in them. Like, people always call me like a PlayStation fanboy, but I own all 3 systems. Like, I always own all 3. The only one I ever skipped was the Xbox One, and that's because it has no exclusives on it. So there's no need to get it. Always played Paragon and Romance Garrus. Who did I romance? I think I romanced I forget, how did I forget her name? The chick in the mask, the alien girl, not the blue girl, the other one. But 3 like crushed my heart with like the endings, man. Yeah, 2 is probably my favorite in the trilogy too. I mean, I still like Andromeda too. Everyone shits on Andromeda, but I think Andromeda is pretty fun. Tally Zora, yeah. Yeah, Tally, yeah. She was the one that I romanced. I'm going to go back and play them again when well, no, I don't have to. I'll just get the Legendary Edition. Andromeda is wasted potential. I do like how you go to other planets and stuff like that, though. I get some fun out of it. Have I ever played the Fallout games? Yes, Fallout 3 is my favorite, but I own Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I also have New Vegas, but I think that's digital. I have New Vegas on my PlayStation 3. Yeah, I love Fallout. I have like Fallout 3 is my favorite, probably because you're a kid and you like grow up in the. You start out as like a baby and like you grow up in the what the hell are those things called? Man, my brain is like Miss Pirate really screwed up my brain today. The shelter, like whatever it's called. So like, and Liam Neeson is the voice of like your dad. So I remember I just had so much fun memories with 3. So I still play 3 a lot. I love that game. Fallout 4 is pretty fun too. I like the building aspect in it. Like I'll just like stay in towns. Like I haven't even beat that story yet because I just stay in like my town and I keep like upgrading my house. I have like a 4-story house with like a man cave on the top. And like I had to block it off with just one entrance because people kept going in it and just like chilling. I'm like, this is my house. So I usually like build a ladder to the hole to my man cave in there, and I'll take the ladder away whenever I like leave because I don't want no one getting in my house. I love the talking tree man from Fallout 3. Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. I love Fallout 3. It's probably my favorite of the series. A lot of people say New Vegas, but Fallout 3 is my favorite. I play a lot of stuff. It just sucks. I try to like play stuff on the channel and then like nobody watches it, and then the YouTube algorithm spits it out, and it gets like, yeah, I love Bully. Yeah, I own Bully. I have the remastered version of Bully too on PS4, but I have the original on PS2 as well. But I don't know. You guys make me mad. You tell me to play these things, and then I play them, and like nobody watches them. So I'm like, okay, fine. I should start a. I don't do GoFundMe's. I should start a super chat thing so that you guys can buy me a Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I will play that the shit out of that on the channel. My top 10 squad mates are Garrus, Tally, Jack, Rex. That's like all of them. You named like all of them. If only Rockstar can make a sequel. Yeah, they're too busy working on 6, on GTA 6. That's like their cash baby. I can't upgrade my GTA when 5 comes out to the PS5 one though because I have no memory left on my SSD on my PlayStation. So I'm waiting so I get the I didn't get into the beta for the new upgrade. 10 more minutes on the stream, guys, by the way. So if you want to super chat me or anything, now's the time. So I ran out of SSD space, and I want to upgrade my M2 drive to just like 1 terabyte because I can't afford like $500 for like a 2 terabyte. But 1 terabyte's like $200, so I'm gonna get a 2 terabyte M2 and put it in there. But I have to wait till after the update, so hopefully later this month it'll come, so I can put it in there before Demon Slayer comes out. I had to delete Judgment just so I can have space. I also had to delete PS5 version of Destiny too, so I can still play the PS4 version, but like I deleted the PS5 version. Need to get a PS4 5 so I can play Yakuza Like a Dragon and Kiwami too. They're on Xbox though too. Actually, right now, Kokoro, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can get all the Yakuza games for free if you have Game Pass. All of them are on there, including Zero, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2. The only Yakuza game that I do not own is Kiwami 2. I need to get it, but all my Yakuza games are on PS4, and like a Dragon is upgraded to the PS5 version. Mass Effect 3's ending disappointed me. Yeah, it upset the shit out of me. You build so much rapport with your characters, and they're like, oh no, they're all gonna die, no matter what you do. It's like, oh, that's nice. Thanks, game. And they're like, okay, we're gonna go back and change them. It's like, you didn't hardly changed anything. We'd love to see a new Sega crossover fighter. Like I liked Tatsunoko versus SNK. That was pretty good on the Wii. See, those are fighting games. Miss Pirate. That's what a fighting game is. A fighting game is where you fight and your opponent's health goes down to 0, and then you win or you lose. That's the definition of a fighting game. Yeah, Tatsunoko versus Capcom. That's what it was, right? My bad. I got SNK versus Capcom mixed up. Yeah, Tatsunoko versus Capcom was great. That was with all the gotcha people, right? All the bird superhero people. The gotcha men. Speed Racer should have been in the game since he can fight and shoot guns. Yeah, that would have been nice. Do like an Injustice 2 thing with Batman's ultimate. His like car comes in. SNK versus Capcom sounds cool. Yeah. Last 9 minutes, guys. We went 2 hours today. We can play something, but oh, by the way, only Yoon-Fam members can play after the streams. It's part of joining the channel. So you either have to join the channel and then hit up Atherin and he'll add you to his PlayStation thing and we'll play together, or do a super chat in the chat and then you can be added to the play stream without joining. I added a new tier to my join list, by the way. There's a 99 cents tier. And the 99 cents tier doesn't guarantee that you play with us, but it does put you in a queue. So if our space is not filled and we have like people that leave, then like the queue goes first. So like the $4.99 tier can guarantee, the $5 tier can guarantee that you play with us every time we play. But the 99 cents one puts you in a queue. I think it's a pretty good deal. It helps support the channel a lot. I love my Yoon-Fam members. King of Fighters 15 is the only fighting game that I'm interested in right now. I think the last King of Fighters game I bought was King of Fighters 13. If I want to get my King of Fighters fix, I'll just play Dead or Alive, though. It's easier if you join the Discord and give me your tag if you want to play. Yeah. I have 13, but it's on PS3. So I could play, but I'd have to like play on PS3. My PS3 is not connected with Ethernet. It's the Wi-Fi. My Xbox Series S and my PS5 are connected with my Ethernet cords. If I had it on PS4, I would definitely play. But Kokoro, you got to be a member or you got to do a super chat to play with us. I hate to be a stickler about that, but it's like one of the only reasons to become a member. See ya, Kokoro. Yeah, it's like one of the only benefits that like I can actually offer people. I'm so busy with the comic book stuff that I don't have a lot of time to like do other stuff. But it looks like nobody wants to play. I'm gonna start doing what Camelot does at the end of his streams and sing the. No, I do. I want to play. Matt, you don't have an Xbox though, right? So if we play, we got to play PS4. Is MKSM still in here? Mikey, are you playing today? I don't hear a lot of people talk about Sam Show 2019. What are your thoughts on it? I've never played it. The only Sam Show I've played is like the original Sam Show. I've never played the 2019 version, unfortunately. That's something that's on my list, but I always forget about it whenever I'm in GameStop. Don't got no box, bruh. You can get Xbox 360s pretty cheap. You can get a 360 and still play some games with us because it's cross-platform. Or you can go with the Xbox Ultimate Pass. It's like $20 a month for 2 years, but you get like an Xbox S or a Series X Game Pass for 2 years, and that comes bundled with Xbox Live also for 2 years. It's a pretty good deal. That's what I did. I'm gonna get it at some point. Like I said, I just always forget about it whenever I go into GameStop because I don't see any like pre-owned copies of it ever. But I might start working at GameStop again, like later on this month or early next month, just so I can train the new hires for the seasonals. Because GameStop always calls me back like once a year and asks me to come in and train the seasonals, and I'm always like, yeah, because they keep me in the system and I get my employee discount still forever, and I don't have to work there. $16 a month for Live Game Pass and other for Ultimate Pass. I would say go with Ultimate Pass with Game Pass though, because Game Pass. Well, is it 16 a month for both that comes with Live? I just did the Xbox program, so like I got 2 years of the membership automatically on my console when I bought mine, so I don't have to pay it for monthly until like 2 years. It's nice though because since Skyrim's part of Game Pass, I just downloaded Skyrim so I can sell my other Skyrim on PS4. Atherton, I don't know if MKSM's still in here. But if you guys want to play something for a little bit, I wouldn't mind playing. If anybody's not a member and you want to play, just do like a super chat and I'll let you join. If you buy the Ultimate Pass, it's 16 a month for everything. Yeah, 16 a month can kind of be pretty steep though. That's like Netflix, man. But yeah, that's pretty good price because it comes with Xbox Live. So you get all the games with gold that you get, like the 3 games with gold every month. And then you have a library of like 300 something games like for Game Pass. And so far what I've seen, they've only taken off like the indie stuff, except this month I think GTA 5 is going off of Game Pass. Well, Raging Ningen, you can still play if somebody sponsors you. So if somebody does like a $5 super chat for you, then you can play. So you can ask somebody in the chat, but there's only like 6 people in here right now. Usually that works when there's like a lot of people in the chat, but towards the end of the streams like this, there's not that many people in, unfortunately. Why don't you join the 99-cent tier, Raging Ningen? Because there's not enough people playing today, so you definitely can play with us if you just go up to my channel, join, and just do the 99 cents. It's only $1 a month. Because I think you'll definitely get in the queue today. Because I think so far it's only like Atherton and Matt. I think Soul Blaze might be coming on later, but he only has an Xbox, so I usually play with him by myself. And I don't know if MKSM is joining because it doesn't seem like he's in the chat anymore. But yeah, Raging Ningen, I like legitimately made the 99-cent tier for people who can't afford the $5 tier. Because I'm not like a booby streamer on Twitch. I just want you guys to play with me. If you're going to do it, let me know. We got like a minute left. All right, Atherton, you can start a chat and add people in. Raging Ningen, if you do join the 99-cent tier, just in the Discord, hit up Atherton and he'll add you to the playlist and we'll play together. Make sure you go to the Discord, though. I think you're in the Discord already. And if you really want to play and you can't even afford the 99-cent one, you can ask one of the other members if they'll do it for you. But we're going to get going because it's like the stream's been going on for 2 hours. So I'm going to eat something real quick. But Atherton, you can start the chat and just invite me on PlayStation. Make sure Matt's in there. Put Mikey in there too, just in case he goes on. And then Raging Ningen, if you want to play, just talk to Atherin, and he'll tell you how to join or see if he'll sponsor you for a day or whatever. There's plenty of options you have. I give people a lot of options, but all right, Matt, I'll see you on the PlayStation in a couple minutes. I just got to eat something first real quick. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. As I always say, I love it. Thank you. And thank you. Bye. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Miss Pirate is a bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch I ever seen. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.